Welcome to Join the Watch, a Game of Thrones podcast by the Straits Times. I'm your host, Jonathan Roberts, and as ever, we are going in spoiler heavy. Of course, we also have a contest where you can win Game of Thrones prizes. Simply answer the question below this video on the Straits Times YouTube channel, and you could win Game of Thrones prizes. Excellent. Courtesy of HBO Asia. And without further ado, let's meet our emissaries from the various kingdoms of the Straits Times. They may not come from Westeros or Essos, but they may have passed by Eunos. Isn't that right, Hairianto?
Yes, JB, fifth week.
Fifth week, he loves that one. Anyway, from my right, I have Sakthivel, Melissa Heng, Olivia Ho, and Hairianto Diman.
Hello.
Okay, episode 5, there's only one more to go. Episode 5, a big one. Who saw that coming? Various theories came along. We may have had our own little pet theories about how it would happen, but, you know, big surprises all around, except for one. Olivia, you had a few correct predictions in this.
So I said that episode 5 would be the showdown between Cersei and Daenerys, and that Cersei would die. And I also said that they would keep episode 6 for Jon versus Daenerys, and that was, you know, how they would sort that out. And also that Daenerys would kill everyone in King's Landing.
Yeah, I mean, Daenerys, well, okay, one prediction that we didn't quite get right is that there were not two Mad Queens, there was just one Mad Queen, and that was very much Daenerys. She had the option, in a surprise twist, they wiped out Cersei's forces very quickly. Drogon took out the ships and all the scorpions on the ramparts and the Golden Company, and everything seemed fine. And then Daenerys decided to, well, Jacaerys. It was a big episode, well, the only big episode for Lena Headey, and versus Emilia Clarke in this, although they don't quite meet. Melissa, how did it work out for you?
I think we were expecting both characters, Cersei and Daenerys, for something big to happen for both of them, right? But for me, what was disappointing was that I think there could have been more time given, or rather just more impact in Dany's descent into madness. I think when she was on her dragon and when King's Landing had rung the bells, you know, she basically had won already. And that sudden turn for her to burn everyone, not just go straight to the castle and kill Cersei. She basically destroyed.
Yeah, she took a very roundabout route. Yeah,
like in
why?
Snake when you eat.
Right? And for the audience, for me at least, I was like, why did she go so berserk so fast? I think for me it was like, it wasn't convincing enough that she had gone that deep, that dark.
Well, they had said at the start of the episode, I mean, last week she lost Rhaegal.
Yeah.
And she hadn't slept, she hadn't ate.
She was hangry.
She was hangry, yeah. And then, you know, Tyrion begs her, you know, if the bells sound, don't go any further.
Right. So
but
like,
then she just has that look in her eyes.
Yeah, and I think that there, on the surface, there were definitely enough reasons given to her. But I don't know if it was something to do maybe a little bit with just the acting, that I felt it wasn't that believable that she was that.
But it made
mad.
sense also because before that scene, she did say that she wanted to instill fear, right? When she had the conversation with Jon, she said, oh, you know, the people of Westeros, they love you, but they fear me. So if fear were to be the course of action that she should take, then, you know,
Well,
probably
she could have
did.
left some behind for her to fear her. She did pretty much wipe out everyone.
I guess then she just got consumed.
But in terms of acting, you quickly became Team Cersei this season.
Yes, I did. I sympathize with Cersei. One, simply because I think when Daenerys just blew everything with the dragon, like you could tell that she was really very helpless already. She literally had no leverage at all to fight or to go against Daenerys. And I felt that, you know, then it's a very cheap way for Daenerys to actually win in that sense. And especially when she just went down and then she met Jaime and then they started tearing, I started to sympathize with Cersei.
Which is why I think acting has a little bit to do with it, because Lena Headey is such a strong actress, and for her to turn your sympathies right in just those few moments, there's powerful acting in that.
Well, there has to be something said for gullibility as well. I mean, clearly you're quite...
No, okay, but that's it.
You know,
but
one single tear and you're...
No, but that
poor
said, that
dear.
doesn't nullify the fact that she should die.
Yes.
But I just felt that it was a very cheap way for her to die. Like, it was very easy for her to die. You know, I had expected, you know, this whole Queen Cersei coming up with all these plans and ideas, and, you know, she's so confident, and even towards the end as well, when she sees that everything was just burning, she was like, no, you know, these people are going to protect me, they're going to defend me. I thought there was going to be something bigger that will happen between her and Daenerys, but it didn't.
Yeah, like a face-off or something.
Like a
right?
face-off of sorts, yeah.
I think that would have been a bit more kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
You feel unsatisfied by the episode?
I'm not unsatisfied, but maybe undersatisfied. Like, I think if you...
Half satisfied, huh?
Yeah, like we still got, like these people still got what what was coming to them, but like if we have that face-off and a couple of good dialogues and like, you know, and then...
Maybe.
And if it was more personal in that sense, like maybe, you know, I get the dragon to burn you, like how she did with some other characters before.
Yeah.
As opposed to how now they just, we just ran down and then,
Yeah.
rubble got us,
Yeah.
you know?
But she is all the way mad now.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
all the way
She
mad,
is,
and
she
she
is.
has a lot of soldiers, apparently, who are quite willing to stand by her and her insanity.
And going back to the insanity point, while I do agree with you, I think the fact that we watched the thing afterwards, right? Was it the behind the scenes or whatever? So that one, the guy explained it, and I think I was convinced by the explanation he gave while I was with you while watching the show, and like, hey, how come she suddenly go full on mad already? But what he said was, like, the madness kind of came upon her very suddenly when she saw her previous home and how it was all taken away from her.
The
and-
Red Keep is what the Targaryens built
Yeah.
when they
Right.
do
Yeah.
have 300 years ago.
So I think with that additional information, maybe I think I can believe that, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
I
she went there assuming or with the plan to say, okay, I'll follow what Tyrion said. And
Well, even without the Red Keep thing, I still feel it's built quite well.
Yeah.
In that she's gradually lost confidence through death or betrayal or perceived betrayal. And she's given Tyrion the final ultimatum. Fail me again, it will be your last time. I don't think he's going to be popping back to see how she is.
Or either that she probably really had, you know, she had already decided that she was going to burn the whole place down right
It
from
felt like that
Missandei's,
way.
right from Missandei's death from the previous episode. I thought, you know, she had already decided that, you know what, whatever that's going to happen, I'm just going to burn everything down.
And in a kind of sweet way, she has fulfilled her father's wishes. The Mad King wanted to burn everyone. She has burned everyone. So kind of nice to fulfill, you know, her father's wishes in some way. But yes, there were many deaths, many deaths in this. Apart from the millions in King's Landing, we had Varys, Euron, Qyburn, Hound in the Mountain, Clegane Bowl, Jaime and Cersei. So Varys got dispatched quite early on.
Yeah.
He got the old Dracarys treatment in a way that it felt a bit odd that Jon was standing by
And not doing anything, right?
and just going with it.
Jon feels that what Varys did was treason. In that sense, it makes, you know, he would have allowed it to go ahead. He has executed people before for similar crimes.
And Jon was already like in full denial mode, I think. Because all he kept saying is, she's my queen.
Yeah, that also,
She
I
will always
think,
be my queen.
She was just
So
standing
he's-
by her queen, as it were, right?
Yeah.
Which is why he looked so stunned when he realized, oh, she is doing it after all. She
Yeah.
is burning
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
That kind of bewilderment, that betrayal that he feels, which is all going to build up for episode 6.
Yes.
Of course, we also got rid of Euron. Ray, the slime card is dead.
I think even his death was annoying.
Yeah.
I thought it was unsatisfying.
Yeah.
And you know, he got in one last line like, oh, I killed Jaime Lannister. And I felt so,
It's kind of befitting of
even
him,
in his
right?
death, he kind of, I was like, feel dirty.
I agree. I'm like, he didn't deserve even that last line. He should have been killed in a more horrific
I mean, both
manner.
him and Varys died quite quickly, and yeah. But I guess, you know, they just wanted to do it because they just needed to patch the holes, I guess. If not, then there would be too many characters still
Well,
floating
you've
around.
got to get rid of a lot of people otherwise in episode 6,
Yeah,
which is
I
almost
guess.
like you'll need a conveyor belt.
the thing about Varys' death, though, he was writing a letter and they made it a point to show us this letter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we should be
But he
asking the
burnt it,
question.
right?
No, he
do you-
burnt it.
He
burnt it, yeah.
Yeah, because he knew that he was found out. So that's why he was burning just before. But he burnt a letter.
He burnt
a
a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Whether
don't know if
that's
it's
the
same
letter,
letter, yeah.
he was writing about the lineage, saying
Yeah.
that John's the rightful whatever. But then we saw him burning a letter. So whether that's him burning that letter or what, or he just felt, why do I need to send this? Other people know.
So he might
Sansa will have told everyone by now. Because later on we also have the death of Qyburn in a very swift dispatch.
I like that.
Really?
You like that?
Yeah, I like that he was just like, phew, and then squelch, and he died.
Well, at the hands of his own creation. The mountain pushed his head through a wall, almost, I guess.
Yeah.
At which point, the Hound and the mountain have their big face-off.
Was it really big?
Game bowl.
Oh, I thought that was pretty epic.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
alright.
the fact that one of them came all the way back to King's Landing just so he could kill his brother, and the other, who was in a zombie state, the only true zombie left on the show, it hated his brother as well so much that he could, disrupt his own orders, and
Right.
and then just go with it. And of course, we had that Darth Vader moment when the mask
helmet,
comes
the
off,
helmet.
and you
Right.
see his rotting face, and I thought for a moment we were going to see a repeat of the Oberyn head squish.
Yeah.
But
We came very
okay.
close to it.
I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah,
I don't think I could
But yeah, he lost both, at least one eye.
one
At
eye.
least
One
one,
eye
yeah.
fought.
You could still see.
Yeah, but the old thumbs in the eye sockets was gruesome to watch. It was quite a gory episode anyway, but that bit just, there's always a bit that proves a bit more squeamish than others.
I thought it was fitting that the two of them died together and that they died in fire.
Yeah.
Very fitting, yeah.
And of course, that was a
Stars.
beautiful moment when he said goodbye to Arya.
Yes, yes
She
it
called
is.
him by his name for the first time. I think he's never.
Has anyone called him
Sandor, right?
Sandor before?
Sansa has.
Sansa.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Yes, a lovely moment where he almost changes Arya's mind to stay off this path of vengeance.
Oh, I think he does actually. She was really set on going to King's Landing, killing Cersei, but when she sees the castle falling down around her and the Hound basically grabs her and says, look at me, like for real, look at me. This is what you will become if you continue down this line of vengeance, right? I've been set on this path for like too long, and I know already that I'm going to die. But if you follow me, you will die as well. So you need to make a decision.
Right.
And I think him holding her, it was actually affectionate.
Yes,
Right?
it was. It
So
was the
him
most affection he's
holding
shown
her,
anyone.
Yeah, him holding her head and laying it out like that. I think something clicked for her, and she decided to turn back. And because it clicked, right, that's why then she looks at him and she thanks him for releasing her almost from vengeance.
Well, kind of, yeah, setting her free from
Yeah.
this kind of, you don't have to follow this
Yeah.
path kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, it's some nice acting from Maisie Williams because when he's holding her head, just that brief moment, she looks like a small girl again. Or the young girl that she was when she first met him. But yeah, so Hound and Mountain, we have Game Bowl on a staircase. And then the final deaths, Jaime and Cersei. I say final deaths, is there any chance they could have survived?
Nah.
That was what I was thinking also, whether they could have survived it. No, is it?
They don't quite
They
confirm
crashed.
it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we see bricks come down. That Jaime kind of fulfills a prophecy, as does Tyrion, by leading Cersei down a path that ends up being blocked, so inadvertently kills her. She's certainly in his arms when she dies. What do we feel about Jaime and Cersei? I mean, certainly Jaime. Jaime's been an odd one this episode.
Yeah.
I think this is the one thing that I didn't like about this episode. That I felt that they didn't have to do what they did with Brienne and have him sleep with Brienne
Yep.
and then possibly have that relationship with her and then sort of U-turn. I felt that was very frustrating and it sort of reduced Brienne to a rebound, essentially, very bad rebound. And that would be a great disservice to Gwendolyn Christie. And then to have him come back and say that, I don't care about the people of King's Landing, which he'd gone all the way to the north to help fight for the living. And then-
Exactly. I felt that was a devolving of
Yeah.
Jaime's character.
But did you not feel that was him trying to push everyone back, say, no, don't care about me, I'm mean, I don't care about anyone, I just want to go off and do this thing that may well end in death.
I've never believed in his redemption arc, to be honest, right from the get-go.
Really?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I knew that he still loved Cersei. And the thing with the whole Brienne thing, I think, is just respect.
So then
that he
if
has
you
for
respect
Brienne.
someone, you don't, you know.
So they just had respect sex. That's
no,
about
that's
it.
unacceptable.
Respect sex.
Brienne
Yeah,
deserves
respect
more
sex.
than
I
that.
agree with that.
Yeah, it's just that he respects her as a warrior, as a knight,
She didn't need
As
that.
an equal.
She
as an
didn't need
equal.
that.
But at the end of the day, he still loves Cersei, and there is no two ways about that.
Yeah, so I agree that he still loves Cersei, right? But again, like what Olivia was saying just now, like in the scene where he's with Tyrion in the tent and he goes, you know, like I tried to escape because I think Dany's side is gonna lose, Cersei might win, and I also want to go and save her. I don't care who dies. It's like, yeah, he devolved all the way back to the coward in season 1, season 2 that we
Or maybe
all
he just
didn't
doesn't devolve. He's just like that. It's
No,
him.
I don't think it's. I think it's a bit of both. Like it's kind of like his heart and his head kind of fight, or his brain kind of fighting against each other. I think he has shown he will do the right thing, but at the same time, he knows in his heart this is what he wants, and all the things he says, I think, is not for Tyrion's benefit, not for Tyrion to hear. I think he's just trying to say it to convince himself. Probably he knows it's not the right thing to do, or he doesn't need to do it anymore, but he still wants to do it.
Right.
Right.
So
I'm
I
still
think
not
all of it
convinced.
was to kind of
I
convince
just
himself.
think that he's just being
Maybe.
himself.
I'm still reeling from respect sex.
Yeah, it's respect sex, really.
Okay, there's a new thing. So, that was this week. Death, destruction, fire, dragons, all of it. And now, what's going to happen in episode 6? Obviously, it's going to be a Jon versus Daenerys. We're going to have the anti-Dany League of some form. So, predictions for next week. What is going to happen? Olivia?
I think that Arya is going to try to kill Daenerys, but
She looked very determined at the end of this episode.
yeah, she's seen so many people die. It's
Yeah.
really struck her, and I think she's going to try, but I don't think she's going to get it done, and I think it's going to have to fall to Jon to do it, because I think it'd be particularly fitting for Jon to have to kill Daenerys, whom he loves. That's exactly the kind of thing the show would do.
Okay, Hairianto?
Same. I agree with Olivia as well that Dany is
Jon?
now on Arya's hit list because Cersei is gone, right? And then Jon will swoop in and kill Dany. Yeah.
Okay. Sakthivel?
Yeah, I think that will happen. Not 100% convinced Arya might be involved still. I don't know. But I think Jon will kill Dany. Jon will take the throne, but he won't sit on it. He's going to say, I never wanted it. I don't want it now. I'm taking it. But I'm going to give it away in stewardship, or leave it in stewardship to my family. Sansa's going to sit
Sansa,
on it.
right.
Yeah.
And he's going to go where?
He is going to go probably back
Reunite
to the
with
north.
Ghost.
Yeah, yeah. The way I see it in my head is
Right.
that they're going to show him going back towards the wall. Tommen and the dog are going to be there. Everyone's going to wave. Tommen's going to be super happy.
Oh, with Sam. Sam Tully is there as well, right?
Is Sam up in the north?
Maybe.
Sam's
Yeah.
gone to Old Town, hasn't he?
Oh,
Sam's with
okay,
the
okay.
Meisters to-
Okay, okay.
Wow. Melissa?
Okay, so while I think that would be a nice ending, because I wouldn't mind Sansa on the throne, but no, I think Dany's gonna continue her killing spree, and she's gonna just kill all of them. She's gonna kill Tyrion for betraying her. She thinks Jon has betrayed her as well. She's just gonna kill him, even though she loves him. She's obviously gone full.
Mad Queen.
Yeah, correct. So she's just gonna kill them, and then she's gonna sit on some kind of throne with the Dothraki on one side and the Unsullied on the other. And yeah, she's gonna
But
be
essentially alone.
ruling. Yeah, alone.
Alone and sad. And well, I quite like the Jon Snow kills Dany kind of theory. We've been pitching that, a form of that at some point along the way. But I think the twist of this will be Arya will kill Jon for being so stupid for following Dany, and then she will wear his face to kill Dany. So I reckon it'll happen, and as host of the show, that's where I'm going to close it, so you can't argue with me anymore.
Okay, although she will have to use that technique one more time, I feel. The
Where
face changing
somebody's
technique.
face.
Yeah,
Where
somebody's face.
Yeah. Well, that is where we'll leave it. Next week shall be a bit different. We shall have an audio podcast for the final show and a video roundup of the entire season and what we thought the day after. So watch out for those coming after episode 6. It's the finale. No more after this. What will we do? Mondays just won't be the same again. But until then, and another Join the Watch, Vala Mugulis.